What's going on, everybody? Today we are 10 days out of the Sacramento Pro, so I figured I would show you my full day of eating. Yesterday we had a high carb day, which is only like 200 grams for me because my typical low days right now are 50 grams of carbs, 25 pre and 25 post. But my body's like going crazy right now because after the 200 grams of carbs, I actually dropped 1.4 pounds. So today my weight was 189.6, which is crazy because that is the lightest I've been since I turned pro. My dogs. Sorry. Yesterday we had the high carb day. I lost all the weight. I lost the 1.4 pounds. And so since we lost that much weight, we're gonna repeat the high carb day again. So that's what I'm showing you today. 189.6 is the lightest I've been since like right after I turned pro. So I'm coming pretty shredded, but here's my first meal. So right here we got 4 ounces of tilapia, 3 whole eggs, 60 grams of oats. Right here I have my greens powder, which is Martian from Mile Blocks. Every morning my breakfast is the 4 ounces of tilapia and 3 whole eggs. And right now, since we're so close to show, we're trying to control all the variables. So every single meal is seasoned with 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, just to keep things consistent. And so when show day comes, there's not so many things changing when we're trying to peak. But yeah, can eat this and get some work done. It has now been about a little over 2 hours and 45 minutes, so it is time for my next meal. Right here, I have 4 ounces of tilapia, 3 ounces of 93.7 ground beef, and 160 grams of white rice. So again, every meal is seasoned with 1/4 of a teaspoon of sea salt. So I cook all of my proteins plain and then add the seasonings on top. Yeah, and so the point of like measuring your sodium and all that is basically we don't want big changes before the show. So if I'm like salting my food like crazy and then all of a sudden we start reducing my sodium and it ends up being like a drastic drop, you can end up being a little bit more flat than you thought, or you know, whatever. So we're trying to basically just keep things consistent, control all the variables. So again, all of my meals include 1/4 of a teaspoon of sea salt, and my daily water intake is 1.5 gallons right now. So it is almost 12 noon and I've had about half of a gallon of water, trying to make sure that I don't have periods where I slam a ton of water and then I don't have water for later in the day. So trying to evenly space it out. It's been about 3 hours since my last meal, so right now I'm about to have my pre-workout meal. Right here I'm gonna have 2 scoops of Isofract, which is an isolate protein from Mile Blocks. Then I'm gonna have 60 grams of cream of rice, and then 1 tablespoon, which is 16 grams of peanut butter. Pretty much it's the same as my pre-workout meal every day, except I have double the carbs. Gonna eat this meal and then head over and train chest, which I won't record because 24/7. All right, so we just got back from the gym, hit chest and 30 minutes of cardio. So right now I'm gonna have my post-workout meal. It is right here. I got 7 ounces of tilapia and there's 160 grams of white rice under there. Right there we have 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt. Amazing. 9 o'clock, I'm about to have my 5th meal. There's no carbs in this meal. We have 4 ounces of tilapia and 3 ounces of 93.7 ground beef. After this, I have to go and do my second session of 30 minutes of cardio, and then I'll show you my last meal. All right, just got done with my second session of cardio. About to have my last meal and go to bed. My last meal, meal 6, is another 2 scoops of Isofract and 16 grams of all natural peanut butter. That's it for the day. Yeah, so 10 days out. That was my higher carb day. Tomorrow, depending on how I weigh in, we will adjust the plan. If I gained weight, we will probably go back down to 50 grams of carbs, so 25 grams pre and 25 post. If not, we'll see what coach says.